It didn't go the way we wanted. Obviously, I think they're a very good football team. I think that early in the game we had chances to keep the game closer, and I think we made some plays in the first half. Some plays that we missed on. I think we could have kept the game closer going into the third quarter and so on. But what they did is they capitalized on their opportunities, and we were unable to do that. And you know, when you play good football teams, it's difficult. Again, we're -3 in the turnover margin. Well, we got one at the end, but until the one at the end, we gave it up 3 times, and can't do that against good football teams. We had 0 penalties again 2 weeks in a row for that. That's a positive. But moving forward, we got to eliminate those turnovers, and some of the things are what we can control, and some of the things are the fact that they're a good football team too.
Questions for Coach?
Dan, how affected was Radcliffe by the pass rush?
Early in the game, I don't think he was. I thought we protected pretty well for the most part. He was high on his first 4 throws, you know, and those killed us. You know, we have a guy open in the flat in the first play, and we missed that. And then on a 3rd down, we got a dig open. He overthrows that. It's intercepted. On another 3rd down, we got a guy open in the flat. He overthrew that one. He was throwing high. I think, you know, sometimes when your adrenaline gets going and everything, you know, you're out of sync a little bit. And then by the time you got back in sync, we're throwing into the 17, 18-mile-an-hour wind, and it changes a little bit what you do. I don't think he was really affected by the pass rush that much early. I think as the game went on, they hit him a few times, a little more than we'd like. One of them was a blown protection, and another time or two, you know, obviously guys got beat in there. They're good players, so we knew it was going to happen. We lost our right tackle early in the game, Jake Olson, and you know, that hurt us. He's a good football player, and we needed him and Eric Fisher, healthy, our 2 tackles, in order to compete and run the ball like we wanted to and protect. And then Fisher got hurt, but he, you know, thank goodness that he came back and played the rest of the ball game because he's a good football player.
How serious is that injury? Yeah.
Jake Olson, I'm not sure. It doesn't look good though right now, so we got to evaluate him after the game here and then again tomorrow morning. So that'll be a tough one.
Is there a mindset going in to throw off a lot on first down because of how much Michigan State stacks the box?
Yes, absolutely. We wanted to use the play action game and get matchups and try to keep them off balance a little bit. So that was the plan early. You know, we thought last year as we looked at our game, we had some plays in there. We had guy open receivers and we missed one. We got one batted, and so we wanted to come back and do some of those sort of same things. And you know, when you're not hitting them, it's not good. And I think in the second quarter there, when it was 14-0, we had that one drive where we ran the ball and we threw the ball, hit a couple third down completions, and those were huge. And we were able to sustain the running game a little bit. And I think we had them off balance in there a little bit, and then we went down to 4 points. And you know, into that win, we didn't feel our field goal kicker obviously could make it, and we didn't want to put him in a position to go out there and something he couldn't do.
I know you had other things to watch and worry about, but you knew Max well when he was at Michigan State. Can you evaluate what he did today?
Yeah, he's a good player. Our defensive coaches, I've been telling them all summer. They've been asking me because there's not a lot of film out there. I know, talking to their coaches, they've liked him all along. I liked him when I was there. He's a great young man. He's very poised, very smart. He'll be a very good player in that league for them. And what I saw him last week was I saw him make some big plays in the 4th quarter when they needed to drive to win the game, and he made them. And today he made some good throws, and we blitzed him a lot. We threw a lot of things at him. After the game, actually, he said to me, he says, "Coach, why don't you run a couple more blitzes?" You know, and I was like, he was trying to get by, you know. But I thought he handled them well. I think he'll be a good football player.
4th and 1, first drive of the second half. Is there any thought of going for it?
Yeah, there was a thought, you know, but we're so you know, backed up on our side of the field, you know. You know, yeah, I played that game in my head for about 20 seconds before we had to get the punt team out. Yeah, but at the end of the day, we wanted to, you know, on that deep. If we were 10 or 15 more yards up, we were on our own 42 or our own 48 or whatever it was, and maybe, but not back down there. We didn't want to do that.
Dan, how would you just compare this Michigan State team overall to the one you saw last year?
I don't know. I guess I'll have to watch the film. I think it's probably going to be very similar before it's over. You know, I think they get, you know, and I'm sure their coaches will tell you the same thing. You know, I'm not there every day, but I'm sure they think there's a gap because, you know, Kirk Cousins was, I watched all those games last year because I knew we were playing him. That guy made plays. And B.J. Cunningham and Keyshawn Martin, those guys were, you know, and I think they just got to get those guys up to that level. And I think if they can do that, they got a good chance to have the same type of football team. And then, you know, Jarrell Worthy, that guy's a difference maker in there now. You know, I haven't seen many D linemen. We watch all the videos of all the teams, and I haven't seen many like that guy. So, again, I know they're very good on the D line, but you know, if they can get a guy to replace him, I think, you know, they got a chance to be every bit as good as they were last year. Absolutely.